Welcome back. This is Tracy with West Virginia Farm Life, and today you're getting to watch Greg empty our pond. Yes, you heard me right. He's emptying our pond. I'm not not something we want to do, but it's something we have to do. We had this pond built last fall, and it's now July when he's emptying it. It's necessary. It's important for the safety of our livestock to just go ahead and drain this and keep the cattle out of it. I'm sure you can see there is a green layer of algae on top of this pond. Now, the information I'm going to give to you is just information that we found out, on the internet just from trying to research and figure out what's going on with our cows. So I'm just going to relay some of it to you. I am not an expert by no means. However, you learn from experience, and maybe my experience can help some of y'all. So I can just tell you a little bit of what I know. Like I said, it's not a lot, but maybe a little can help you. So this blue-green algae is not the problem. And it's found on a lot of water surfaces. Like, it can be found on ponds. It can be found in any slow-moving creek or slow-moving river or stagnant water. So the algae is not bad. It's actually photosynthetic bacteria, and it doesn't really pose a threat if it's just the algae. However, once it blooms, and under certain circumstances it will bloom, like if it's really warm, if it's stagnant, if there's some like nitrogen or phosphorus fertilizer runoff, it can help enhance it and make it bloom. So when the bloom appears, that's when it becomes dangerous. It leads to toxins in the water, and there are two kind of toxins that it can lead to, and that's like the neurotoxins and then the liver toxins. And both types of these toxins can lead to like sudden death in your cattle. And that's exactly what happened to us. We had two full-grown cows just all of a sudden die on us, and we had to do some figuring out what was going on and what was happening. Now, two different things had happened and changed in our pasture at about the same time, and one of them was this pond was built, and the other one was Greg had built a new feeder out of like a plastic drum that he just cut in half and put in a wooden frame. And so we had to determine, is there something in that plastic? What's going on? And then we started researching this pond business, and it's definitely coming from the algae bloom. Now, it can cause cattle to have like bloody diarrhea. It can cause cattle to become like weak and maybe like confused acting, or it can just cause sudden death, and it caused sudden death in ours. So, that's unfortunate, and we have to stop it. So to empty the pond is the plan. As you can see, you can see a layer of it there on the pond, and it's green. But it doesn't have to be blue or green. It's obviously it can be blue, it can be green, but it can also be brown and reddish. So you'll want to keep an eye out on that. Not only is it dangerous for cows, but it can be dangerous for your dogs, your pets. So just be careful if they're even playing in it and get it on their skin. It can be dangerous. What happens is it causes liver damage. So now, if you happen to have livestock that's exposed, but they don't get an over amount of it or an overabundance of it, it can just cause liver damage, and for the rest of that animal's life, it can have some skin sensitivity. It can, like on its muzzle or its teats or any lighter area of its skin, it can just be really sensitive to light and just get into the sun. So that's no fun. There are several ways to deal with it. I mean, I guess copper. They said you can use copper sulfate to treat the algae bloom, but then you have to worry about your livestock getting too much copper. So it's also harmful to cattle. So you have to pick your issue, and you can use bleach, but then you're gonna have to figure out the ratio of how much water you have, and again, then you've got other toxins you're adding to the water. So for us, it was just easier to go ahead and empty it. It was, pretty new, like I said, relatively new. You see, like as it's going down, you can see it almost looks like there's a layer of paint on top of the water, and that's a good way to identify it as well. It can look like just a foam of algae. It can look like, or just a mat, or it can look like foam, or it just looks like paint floating, I think. So there's a few simple tests you can do to distinguish if it's harmful algae and algae bloom. And one of them they say is, I would wear gloves just because you don't want this toxin touching you either. You can dip a stick down into the water, and if it comes back out looking like there's paint on the stick, and you know what that's like, then that's probably algae bloom, blue-green algae bloom. Now, if it comes out and it looks streaky, then it's probably not. If it looks like a thread-like algae dangling from it, then it's probably not dangerous. But you just never know, so I would be careful. I hope this helps you, and I'm going to give you a quick clip of what it looks like now. So you got to see Greg scooping out with the tractor this ditch, trying to empty this pond out. You see all that green, nasty algae? That's why we had to empty it out.